What is up, my friends? Welcome to the channel. Are you tired of feeling like you're being manipulated by others? Do you want to learn how to protect yourself from those who seek to take advantage of you? If so, then this course is for you. This course will teach you everything you need to know about manipulation, from its definition and different types to how to spot it and how to deal with it. So whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone who wants to better understand the world around them, this course is for you. By the end of this course, you will be able to define what manipulation is and identify its various forms, including emotional, psychological, and social manipulation. You will also learn how to recognize the signs of manipulation and how to deal with it effectively. Don't wait any longer. Start learning how to defend yourself from manipulation today. Enroll in this course now. Welcome to Mastering the Art of Manipulation. As we begin this journey, let's first define what we mean by manipulation. In simple terms, manipulation is the act of controlling or influencing someone in a way that is not open, honest, or ethical. Manipulators often use underhanded tactics to get what they want, such as lying, cheating, or taking advantage of others. It can be a subtle form of influence or a more overt type of control. But ultimately, manipulation is all about power and using it to get what one wants. Manipulation comes in many forms. And to better understand this concept, we will discuss the different types of manipulation. First, there is emotional manipulation, which involves using emotional pressure and tactics to influence someone's behavior. For example, guilt tripping or playing the victim are common forms of emotional manipulation. Then we have psychological manipulation, which involves manipulating someone's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors through mental pressure and tactics. Gaslighting and brainwashing are some examples of psychological manipulation. Lastly, social manipulation refers to using social pressure and tactics to influence someone's behavior. This can include peer pressure, threats, or using someone's social status or authority to coerce them into doing what you want. Now that we have covered the different types of manipulation, it's time to explore how it works. Manipulation often happens in stages. First, the manipulator will build trust and rapport with their victim, creating a sense of closeness or familiarity. They may shower you with compliments, gifts, or favors in order to make you feel indebted to them. Once the manipulator has established this trust, they will begin to exert control over the situation. They may start making requests of you or asking for your support. At this stage, the manipulator will also begin to manipulate your emotions, playing on your fears, hopes, or insecurities to get you to do what they want. As the manipulation continues, the manipulator will start to isolate you from your support system. They may discourage you from spending time with friends or family, or try to convince you that they are the only ones who truly care about you. This isolation makes it easier for the manipulator to control you because you become more dependent on them for emotional support. The final stage of the manipulation process is when the manipulator will start to devalue you. They may criticize you constantly, make fun of you in front of others, or try to convince you that you are inferior to them. This devaluation is designed to break down your self-esteem and make you more susceptible to their manipulation tactics. Now that we understand how manipulation works, let's look at some of the most common manipulation tactics. One tactic is called the good cop, bad cop approach. In this scenario, there are two manipulators who work together to manipulate a victim. One of the manipulators plays the role of the good cop, appearing friendly and approachable, while the other takes on the role of the bad cop, using threats and intimidation. This tactic is often used by law enforcement officers when questioning a suspect, but it can also be used in other contexts as well. Another common tactic is the door-in-the-face approach. In this case, a manipulator will start by asking for something big, knowing that it will be turned down. However, once the request is denied, they will then ask for something smaller, which seems much more reasonable in comparison. This tactic is often used by salespeople when trying to get customers to buy a product or service. A third tactic is the "what you were saying is very interesting" but tactic. In this case, a manipulator will pretend to listen attentively to what someone is saying, but then abruptly change the subject to something else they find more interesting. This tactic can be very frustrating for the person on the receiving end, as they feel that their thoughts and opinions are being disregarded. We have discussed various manipulation tactics, but now let's talk about how to defend yourself against them. The first step is to educate yourself about manipulation tactics. By learning about the different types of manipulation and how they work, you will be better equipped to spot them and protect yourself from them. Build a support system of friends, family, and mental health professionals who you can turn to for help if you feel someone is trying to manipulate you. Sharing your experiences and getting outside perspectives can be invaluable when dealing with manipulation. Set boundaries with people in your life. Let them know what behavior is and is not acceptable, and be willing to walk away from relationships that are toxic or manipulative. Trust your intuition and don't be afraid to say no. If someone makes you feel uncomfortable or you feel they are trying to manipulate you, it's okay to remove yourself from the situation. Remember, you have the right to protect your own emotional and mental well-being. While these tips can help you defend yourself against manipulation, it is essential to remember that it may take time to spot manipulation tactics and protect yourself from them. Manipulation can be very subtle and insidious, and it may not always be clear that you are being manipulated. It's important to be patient with yourself and to celebrate small victories along the way. Just by becoming more aware of manipulation tactics and how to defend yourself against them, you are already on the path to becoming more resilient and assertive. It's also important to note that defending yourself against manipulation does not mean being defensive or paranoid. It simply means being aware of the tactics that manipulators use and being prepared to protect yourself from them. You can still be friendly and trusting towards others, but also set healthy boundaries and stand up for yourself when necessary. Remember, you have the right to be treated with respect and dignity. If you feel that someone is manipulating you, don't hesitate to reach out for help. Talk to a trusted friend, family member, or mental health professional about what you're experiencing. They can offer support and guidance as you navigate this difficult situation. It's also important to document any evidence of the manipulation, such as emails, text messages, or voice recordings. This documentation can be helpful if you decide to take legal action or if you need to share your experience with others. Defending yourself against manipulation can be challenging, but it's important to prioritize your emotional and mental health. Manipulation can take a toll on your well-being, but by educating yourself, setting boundaries, and seeking support, you can protect yourself from its harmful effects. We've reached the end of this lesson on manipulation. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Reach out to friends, family, or mental health professionals for support. Prioritize your well-being and be patient with yourself as you learn and grow. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content. Together, we can protect ourselves from manipulation and create a better, healthier future. Thanks for joining me on this course. Until next time.